All right, you find yourself out with an airless and want to learn how to use a gun to spray your house or spray a wall, a fence, and I'm going to go through the action with it. Right now, we're going to show you that you're going to spray in one direction, 90 degrees away from the wall, and straight 90 degrees at the wall and straight on. Try to keep your wrist from turning. You're going to spray up and down, back and forth, and overlap 50%, and then crosshatch. Show them how to crosshatch, Steve. Staying straight with it. A couple of accessories you can use for the airless is for getting some distance, like doing a ceiling or doing the height of a building. You can use this extension pole, and it just screws right onto the airless at the end here. Okay, and they come in various sizes. We have a smaller one right here that we use for doing walls and things like that, like 9-foot, 10-foot ceilings. We use this one for 12, 14-foot ceilings. We also have an accessory that when you're rolling, you don't like to do a lot of dipping. We call it, it's a power roller. It screws right onto the airless. In the pad is some holes. Every time you pull the trigger on the gun, it puts paint up through this, comes through the holes in the pad. Thereby you don't have to dip, and you can spray and roll at the same time. Two guys can knock out a building in a day. We're going to show you how to increase your production by going into a short extension wand. You actually just screw that onto the gun and use it the same way you would use your gun. You just got to remember that you have something that's swinging around. You want to try to keep, that's metal. You don't want to hit any electric lines with it or anything. You can hit glass and break things, so you got to be careful. It's an extension of the nozzle on the gun. Now we can go use that gun for high ceilings, for soffits outside, things that we have to use a ladder normally to get with just the handgun. We put that extension on, and it has a swivel tip on the end where you can turn it to shoot different angles. You can get the back side of your fascia boards underneath your soffits and get you away from the actual bounce off of the paint, so you're not actually wearing any of it when you're done. If you have a surface that you need to get to that's a little bit higher, we have a longer extension pole, and they even come longer than this one. This one is a 6-footer, and as opposed to the 36-inch, we have shorter ones too, 12-inch, 24, 36, 48, all the way up. You can go all the way up to 8-footers, even 12-footers. They get a little harder to handle. It usually takes 2 hands to handle those. Right now we're putting on a power roller, which will pump paint through this right into a roller that has holes in it. It's just like a regular roller, but this one's perforated with holes, slips right on so that you can roll a wall without dipping. All you have to do is just pull the trigger, and it pumps paint through, comes out the holes into this pad, and it keeps the pad wet. And you just, every time it starts to look like it's dry, you pull the trigger, it pumps some more paint into it, and you roll on. It's like, it's if you have a lot of rolling to do.